Hello. So we're going to try this again. Hi, this is Noel McCardle. I'm in Montevideo in Uruguay. I am stranded, but the sun is shining and it's a lovely day here. So I hope that everybody watching is okay. This is working. Okay. So just bear with me for a second. Okay, so I hope that that's actually fixed all of the technical issues. I'm not quite sure what was happening because I'm not a techie person. Um, but anyway, as I was saying, here I am in Montevideo in Uruguay, and I should look at the camera. Here I am in Montevideo in Uruguay, and the sun is shining, and it's absolutely beautiful. And in about 2 minutes, I will start the reading. And I hope after all this, you're actually interested because the actual reading is only about 5 minutes. It kind of concerns this, and I'm going to explain about this, well, when I get started. So if you want to go from a cup of tea and come back in 2 minutes, that'll be grand. I'll leave that there. No, I won't. Yes, I will. Right there. Don't fall over. Okay, so here we go. Blah blah blah. Greetings from Montevideo. I hope everyone is not suffering too badly in the entire self isolation that we're in. Okay, and you're probably all thinking to yourself, why am I holding this up? This is a mask from Patagonia in southern Chile. It's a traditional mask from the indigenous peoples of Patagonia. And the reason that I'm showing it is it kind of sort of relates to what I'm about to read. So what I'm about to read is just a very, very quick extract from my novel, which is a novel in progress. And the situation with the novel in progress, the situation with the novel, or the situation with what's happening here is this is kind of like the second half of a scene involving the narrator, who's had sort of a bad evening and has been drinking too much and is feeling very despondent. And then he meets somebody, and then sort of, well, this happens. And all I'll say about this is it's about the characters, the two characters involved are doing about as far as you can get from social distancing. So the title of this is A Face Made of the Truth. For the second time that evening, I found myself standing beneath a slanted ceiling in the top floor of one of the city's old houses. I was surrounded by masks. They covered every inch of wall. There were masks on shelves, masks on the windowsill. There was a mask in the tiny bathroom, warrior masks and tribal masks and theater masks and ceremonial masks, masks for the dead and masks for the undead. I stared at the empty eyes of a fierce leather and wooden face that must, at some point, have struck mortal fear into the heart of a pioneer missionary. I can see him, pink and bumptious, clutching at his Bible and sweltering in the jungle heat, and wondering, will he ever have the strength to do God's work and save these local savages from themselves? Natasha came from the kitchen carrying a tall glass containing a hideous and fruity-looking pink and orange drink. She looked at the mask. Gruesome, isn't it? But also beautiful, don't you think? Drink this, darling. You'll fly to the stars. Yeah, you don't just have gin, do you? Oh, such prosaic taste for such a handsome gentleman. I drank. It tasted sweet and made me think of cough medicine, but it had a spirited kick at the end. I gestured to the masks. It's quite the collection. My faces, she said. Would you like me to wear one for you? I pointed to one. It was blood red with a delicate feminine cast to its features. I like to think it was last worn by a South Seas virgin, just as her heart was torn out by the high priest. Natasha took it off the wall. Wait here. She went into the bedroom. I took another swig of my drink and stared at the faces on the wall. They gazed back at me. I felt their contempt at my presence in their mistress's lair. When I heard her voice again, it was slightly muffled. I turned. She stood in the doorframe, naked, save for the mask. Her body was long and lean and shone bright from the moon's glow through the window. You have to wear one also. Lady's choice. She circled the room. I could just about see her eyes on me. Do you know why some people hate to wear masks, dearie? And they can't stand to do it for so long? It isn't a disguise. It's the opposite. You wear the mask that shows us your real self, the true you. Your other mask, the face you wear every day, that's the fiction. All those smiles and grimaces and tears that we present to the world, they're all lies. So I need to pick for you a face made of the truth. She continued, circling me. I had to keep turning to see her. I was growing dizzy. What are you really, dearest? A warlord? A shaman? A clown? She stopped and pulled on a mask off the shelf. It was bone white and smooth and featureless. She held it up in front of my face and tied it on. And then she swiveled my body to face the mirror. I stared at the reflection of my faceless face. I looked like one of those deliberately bland and sexless mannequins that you see in the windows of high-end boutiques. She stood behind me and whispered, "This is you. Not a care, not a wrinkle, not a thought, not a mark. You're still waiting to be born. Do you see yourself? Look." We heaved together, blood red and bone white, for an audience of 1,000 faces. Afterwards, she sat on the sofa and watched me dress. She did not remove her mask and would not let me take off mine until I was fully clothed. Finally, she stood up, removed my mask, then hers. Before she kissed me lightly on the forehead, her green eyes glistened. Now, darling, you're born again. She looked at the featureless baby face in her hands. Stay away from the canal, though. It's not safe for infants. So thank you very much from sunny Montevideo, and keep well, stay safe, keep away from people, and wash your hands. Thank you very much. I'm going now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.